am Zola Nene, and I am super excited to be joining Le Creuset to celebrate their brand new color, Nectar. Oh, she is a golden beauty. Today we are making two recipes. First up, a delicious apricot loaf, as well as a one-pot chicken and rice dish. First up, the apricot loaf. Here's what you'll need to make this recipe. Right, let's get started on the bread. To 500 grams of flour, you'll add 10 grams of yeast. For this recipe, I've specifically chosen to use instant yeast just to make it super simple. All you have to do is add the yeast to the flour and you've got a loaf. Usually people are very scared of using yeast. You have to prepare it in certain ways. This is super easy. 1 teaspoon of sugar. Make sure you give it a good stir after adding the sugar and the yeast before you add the salt, because when you add salt, you don't want it to touch the yeast directly. Salt will kill your yeast. These apricots have been soaked in about a cup of boiling water. It's important to soak them just so that they're rehydrated. Then don't throw away the liquid, because the liquid is going to flavor the bread. Now you want to knead the dough for about 10 minutes until it's smooth. Here you really got to get your arm strength in it and pull the dough apart to stretch that gluten. You know you've kneaded enough when the dough is smooth, and if you give it a press, it springs back. And now for the most important ingredient, the 24 centimeter Nectar casserole. Oh, beautiful. I love this 24 centimeter casserole. It's perfect for a family of 4. It is also perfect to bake this delicious loaf. It retains excellent heat and gives you an even bake for that delicious crusty loaf. Is this not the most beautiful sight? Oh, this dough makes me so happy. Those golden apricots, and yes, they match that golden hue of the nectar. Yep, no coincidence here. I planned it. Now we leave the bread to rise until doubled in size, and while that happens, let's get on with our chicken dish. So this is a very simple one-pot recipe, and for this I am using skinless chicken thighs, mostly because everything steams together so you don't get that crispy skin. So I just do without the skin, but of course if you're a skin lover, you can absolutely use the skin. First up, let's heat up our casserole and let's season our chicken. While this simmers, bread time. Let's check on our dough. Ta-da! Oh, it is beautifully risen. Now all that needs to happen is for us to score the loaf. So just a couple of cuts in the loaf, and this will ensure that it rises evenly when it bakes into the oven. It smells incredible. This is a few minutes away, so let's get the bread out the oven. Let's finish off this rice. Oh, beautiful. First off, we've got to fluff up the rice with a fork. Just run a fork through it because everything will have simmered and started looking a bit flat. So just fork through the rice. Give it a bit of a fluff up. Can't wait to taste this. Okay. Then, finishing touches, a sprinkling of almonds and some green and some freshness, some coriander. Time to eat. And here it is, our delicious one-pot chicken and rice. It smells amazing. Oh, all those spicy aromas. And to go alongside, our beautiful apricot loaf, beautifully glazed and in the stunning golden nectar hue from Le Creuset. Definitely check this out. Okay, now you know me. I have to taste. So let me have a bit of a bite. So delicious. You definitely need to try this for yourself and your family. For the recipe, head on over to the Le Creuset website. Now guys, run along. It's time for me to get stuck into this bread.